Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villa and welcome to episode 81 of Raise to Holte, our bid for world domination with Aston Villa. Now I'm here at UEFA headquarters. The draw for the Champions League group stage is just about to take place, so let's go inside and we'll see who we get. So here we go, it is the group stage draw. Now because we are league champions, of course, we are seated in the top of the top pool, so that's really good. That is obviously going to help us. But of course, being in the top group, that means we can just... Now, are we there? We're not there by coefficient points, are we? No, we're way off. So we can just automatic draw from the start, which will make it take a little bit longer. But who doesn't love a draw that's dragged out a little bit longer than it could be? So there we go. We're in Group C. Hopefully, that will be a good group for us. You know what we'll do? We'll just do one at a time. Draw next team. Draw next team. Draw next team. Okay, so who do we want from Pool 2 here? We can't get Real Madrid, obviously. We can't get Manchester United. I think the team we'd want, behind my head here, we have Real Madrid, Manchester United, Olympique Lyon, and AS Monaco. I think Porto is probably the dream. Maybe Marseille. I don't know. Who's it going to be? It's AS Monaco. That could be better. That could be worse, I would say. Let's have a look at the third pool here. Celtic wouldn't be bad, would it? Sporting would be okay. Feyenoord would be okay. There's some big teams in there, though, aren't they? I think if we can, we'd like to avoid Leverkusen. They, of course, we've fallen foul of them before, haven't we? And we get Sporting. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. And now the final group here, it's Zenit. I'll tell you what, we don't want Schalke, do we? Outside of Schalke, I'd probably like to avoid Red Bull Salzburg. They can be dangerous, but outside of that, I don't think it really matters. We get Schalke, of course we do. Of course we do. That group, it does look doable, but it could look a lot easier. Having Schalke in there just really makes it a little more tricky than we would ideally like. But there it is. It's Monaco, it's Villa, it's Schalke and Sporting of Lisbon. Let me know what you think in the comments. So there we have it, that is the group. Now before we get to how we've been going, this happened last international break. Gaz Mosley called up to the England team, well done mate. Didn't get a cap, you're on the bench, but you're in the conversation. England's number 2, I said England's number 2. So there we go, that's how that's gone. Now since last episode where we had a disastrous start against Arsenal, things have gone okay. We've picked up a little bit. I should say too, this episode, Manchester City at home, and we get our Champions League campaign underway at Monaco, or in Monaco. So that's probably our toughest game, I'd say, first up. I imagine that Monaco would be the toughest. They were the second seeds as well, weren't they? So first up, we could have our toughest game. For anything out of that, I think would be a success for us. So after the Arsenal debacle, we went and we played Manchester United at Old Trafford. And to be honest, things weren't much better in this game. You can see we barely laid a glove on them. We did do possession okay. We held possession okay, but we never really looked like threatening them. Nepo, you can see he was our only real outlet down the left. Otherwise, we were quite poor. And at that point, I was beginning to worry a little bit. Then we played Burnley. Now, this game, we dominated this game. We really did. Look, I mean, it was the reverse of the Man United game, wasn't it? Away from home as well. Grealish, in the end, in the 84th minute, scrambled home a winner for us. But we struggled to find the back of the net. But, like I said, things were on the up and up there a little bit. You can see it was a bit of a rotated team as well. Thick and fast, these games coming at the start of the year. So it was sort of more almost of the team we would have played last year. David Bergkamp II made his Premier League debut, so well done to him. We had to play Devine at left back because of injuries and Napo being tied. So, I mean, that wasn't ideal. So all things considered, it was a decent enough performance, a good result on the road. Then we hosted Liverpool, and this was... I mean, the best thing I can say about this is it was an even game. They scored early, and again, I started to worry. But you can see, overall, it was a tight game. I think, I'm biased. I think we may have just shaded it. But, you know, like I said, I am definitely biased. Messi played okay. Rashid got the goal about halfway through the first half. And given what had happened with, against Arsenal and Manchester United, this was a big improvement. So that was definitely good news. And then we played Crystal Palace. This was, again, just a good away performance. We weren't outstanding, but it was a good away performance. Messi from the penalty spot. Leroy got his first goal for the club. Rashid put some icing on the cake in the 91st minute. And again, you can see from the match stats and the player ratings that we were the better team. Without being outstanding, it was definitely a good performance. And James Bree, his second man of the match performance of the year. I don't know where that's come from. But he's doing a job right now, so that's good for us. Let's have a look at the league table and see what all that means for that. And we're down there in 10th. 7 points. This is the last late kickoff on the Saturday against Manchester City. So should we win, it's a big if, it should, but we would go equal on points with them. Our goal difference is shot, so we wouldn't be ahead of them. But, we'd be back in the conversation. We've had a tough start. Arsenal, Manchester United, Liverpool and Manchester City in the top, in the first 6 games isn't easy. What worries me about that is that 3 of those 4 are going to be at home. So, that's not ideal. But anyway, let's have a look at the team that we are sending out to face them. And actually, before we do that, we'll have a look at the match preview screen here. There was a suggestion to sort of show the scouting reports and things, so you can see why I set up the way I set up. So we'll have a look at that. We can see from the scout report here that they're a direct passing team. It's a Jurgen Klopp Manchester City, which is very confusing, isn't it? But so they're going to attack us. They're going to be direct. And if we look at the analysis report here, the positional heat map, you can see that they push high up. They're relatively spread. But they don't go all the way to the sideline. So what I'm thinking, we'll see the way that they, passing sort of in the middle there. Their key passes tend to be longer passes, and their assists tend to be through balls or crosses, and they tend to be through the middle. Unfortunately, the way that their positional heat map means I don't necessarily want to defend too narrowly, even though that's where most of their assists come from, because they do have the ability to play down the flanks. So what we're going to try and do is just keep a standard line, because they can sort of get you in 2 different ways. We'll regroup because they're playing more direct. I'm tempted to exploit the flanks because they don't tend to go all the way out to the wings, but we won't. We'll leave it open. I don't want to attack too wide because I like to, we like to try and keep our passing a little bit shorter. So if we're too wide, we're going to be too, difficult to find each other. So that's the way we're playing. This is the team. It's Gaz Mosley in goal. England's Gaz Mosley in goal. Napo, AR, Chambers and Bree are back 4. Tonali, Barley and Silla in midfield. Why those guys are here, you ask? Because we're a little bit match fatigued from the international break that's just happened, and we do have a Champions League game coming up. So they're sort of the fittest guys we have available. Rashid and Marin go down the wings. Messi continues up front. Let's go. Now, typically there would be a goals of the month at the end of this episode, but we haven't really scored any good goals. So a lot of scrappy sort of set-piece goals, or not really worth a second look, to be honest. So we won't be doing that, unfortunately. It's back to the first year in the Premier League, isn't it? That's how bad it's been. What do we want to say here? Stig says we should challenge them to pick up where they left off. Show me what you can do, lads. Show me what you can do. Show the world what you can do. Like I say, it's another home game, so we really need to be trying to, well, we definitely not lose, but trying to pick up wins where we can. Now, before the game starts here, I just want to say a big thank you to a new Patreon, Denny. Thank you so much, mate. There is a link to my Patreon down in the description there if you have $1 or $2 or £1 or $2 you want to sort of throw them away every month. But yeah, thank you for the support on Patreon, and thank you. I mean, just generally thank you. If you're watching this, thank you for watching. Yeah, but I just wanted to thank Denny publicly there. Alright, decent enough start. Quiet, but decent. Here's De Bruyne. We need to work on getting this clear. It's not the best defending, but we have got away with that. Give it another get creative here when we can. Haven't really done much in terms of being an attacking force, but here we go. Is this going to be our moment? Gaz out for Chambers. Back for Gaz. Oh, a little bit of pressure coming on us here. Let's just maybe... You have a man out here. Look at AR. Look at AR. There you go. Just couldn't hear his Norwegian accent, perhaps. All right, this is looking better now. Messi... Oh, no, it's Marin, sorry. Picks it up. Runs at the defence. Runs at the defence for Messi again. And Messi finds Alpha Silla. Oh, it's straight at the keeper. Oh, I thought Alpha Silla was... It was a nice little passing movement too, wasn't it? Not quite as flowing as you'd like. Messi with the corner now. That's too close to the keeper. And that is the end of that. Marin's picked up a knock. A tight thigh. We probably don't want to do that. Here's Messi from a set piece. Oh, I tell you what. That came... Oh, Silla, he's offside. I don't want to risk a tight thigh. I don't think. We do have Rodrigo on the bench. Rodrigo hasn't been playing well, which is why Marin had to start here, but we don't want to risk it. Oh, he's just gone a fraction of a second too early, hasn't he? Unlucky for Alpha Silla, and it was never really over the line, was it? Has anybody had one of those yet? The sort of goal line referrals actually end up being a goal. Here goes Messi again. Oh, Messi! That's what we paid him 200 grand a week for. That was something special from Lionel Messi in a Villa shirt in front of the Holte end, even though it's full of Manchester City fans. Edison had absolutely no idea what to do with that. He just stood there and admired it, didn't he? That was absolutely stunning. All right, let's not go and give this goal straight back here, please. Boys, no. Foden. James Bree, throw the ball to a teammate, please. Back to Holte's old club, of course. We did have Foden on loan for a couple of seasons, didn't we? Tonali, you know what? It's not even going to blame Foden. Tonali, go and win the ball, mate. It's De Bruyne. He's not as... I'm not quite sure what Gaz was doing. Wrong-footed there, really, wasn't he? So much work to go ahead, and we've thrown it away within a couple of minutes. All right, here we go again. Here goes Messi. What can he do? Stunning pass. Look at that. That's what we want him to be doing. Rodrigo, can he square it back? He goes himself, and it's hacked clear. There's definitely improvements, isn't there? You will notice the one thing that we have changed from the Arsenal game is we're not playing inside forwards anymore. We're just playing we're playing wingers again, and we do look a lot better. We're not as sort of all cramped in the middle of the pitch there. So, the inside forward experiment has been canned. What do we say? I think unlucky. What does Stig say? Stig says we should do it for the fans. Let's give the fans something to... All right, we'll go with Stig on that one. James Bree is just... Kostic is coming back from injury. He's not quite fit for this one. He could play this one, but it would have been a bit of a stretch, to be honest. I'm trying to keep him fresh for the Champions League. So that's why Bree's playing this one. It's one of those, he just can't play both games. So, yeah, am I wrong to be prioritising the Champions League the way that our league campaign's going? Possibly, to be honest. But, that's what I did. I don't necessarily think he was quite fit enough for this one anyway. He did go off with Germany. I don't think he played. I can't remember if he played or not, though, now. Let's give this a get creative. Chambers is looking apprehensive, which isn't good. We've got our captain and vice-captain in the centre of defence. Ideally, they'd be doing a little bit more. There's Kostic on the bench, actually. You can see he's 90%. So he could have played, but he would have been a bit of a stretch to get him to the end of the game, especially that since his match sharpness is down as well. So they tend to tire out a little bit quicker when that's the case. Mosley goes long. Does he find Rashid? Not quite, to be honest. Maybe not too many other options there. Pavon's cut in field. He's cut in field again. That's a really good finish. Oh, we were doing so well, and that James Bree... Well, it's been given the error. I don't think it was James Bree. I think it's Tonali. But anyway, and do we need to be defending a little bit narrow? He's cut in. There's men there. AR's just kind of gone on a bit of a wander there, hasn't he? Oh, come on. Let's go attacking now. We need to find a goal, don't we, from somewhere. Here's Tonali. He's done better that time. Barley, or however you pronounce that. It's not ideal to have him in midfield either, but we had to play AR in defence. We could have played David Bergkamp, but I think I wanted the more experienced defender back there, to be honest. Rashid's done really well there to spin out of that tackle. He's a decent ball for Rodrigo. Can he square it? We've got men in the box if he can. He's found a ball! First goal for the club! Our Tunisian wonder kid has popped up with a goal. His first ever goal, as I said, for the club. And we're back to 2-2. Rashid turned into space brilliantly there. Look at that. It's a stunning pass, isn't it? Outside of the foot for Rodrigo. And Rodrigo just picked his moment. We had so many men forward. If this had broken anywhere else, we would have been in some serious trouble at the other end. Let's demand more of that, please, boys. Can we go now and find ourselves a winner? I'm tempted to take Bree off. Okay, concentrate from the corner, boys. Concentrate. Get this away. Oh, he's unmarked at the back post. Chambers. Oh, what are we heading back towards goal for? What are we doing? All right, let's go and break now. Go on, Rashid. Go on, son. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Can you pick a pass? Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. He's not having his best game. We don't really have any other options. He picked that wonderful pass, didn't he, to find Rodrigo before, so he hasn't had a bad game. Alright, Nepo in for Messi, back for Nepo. Can he get a cross in? He can. Back post, Rashid's there. It's bounced out for Rodrigo! We've turned it around! We've turned it around! First goal of the year for Rodrigo. 3-2 up. This is more like it, Villa. This is what we like to see. Gone are those memories of the Arsenal debacle last episode. This is much, much better. I do think the inside forwards just didn't work, did they? We were truly horrible against Arsenal. We didn't look ourselves, but this is more like it. We are improving as this season goes on. Now we just come straight back. Oh, no. Come on now, boys. Let's keep our heads here. It's a bit of a long ball over the top for Mbappe. It's cleared by Chambers, is it? I mean, he has the ball. Just clear it, guys. There we go. Can we win that with Rashid? We can. Can Messi get to that? No, Messi just doesn't really run anymore. He's just sort of a static piece of wonderment. That's all he does. Can we put a bit of pressure on here? This is becoming a bit of a long old highlight. Come on, boys. Come on. We should be able to get that. We do. Bree goes long. It's a bit of a pointless ball. You can see what he was trying to do, but it wasn't what was needed. It wasn't what he goes Mbappe. He squared it. Oh! Jesus, boys. Come on. For the second time this game, we've conceded a goal as quick as we go in front. It's 3-3. Let's demand more. And do we go attacking again? Go big or go home? Oh, I've got to say, Gaz, move your feet. Look at that. Second time this game. Breeze at fault again. Do we just bring Kostic on and just try and just limit the damage? Here goes Messi. Very slowly, but Messi, here he goes. He picks a pass. That's a good ball for Rashid. All right, can we get some men forward with him? Rashid goes into the box. Look at the man in the middle. It's Rodrigo! Oh, it's a stunning scissor kick from Rodrigo. An absolute wonder strike. And we are now taking... we're going to take... what's his face? Bree. We're taking Bree off. Honestly, I don't know what to do with him. He just can't defend against good oppositions. He just is a liability every time we play him against a good opposition. While we're here, we'll start and close this thing down a little bit. We'll lower our tempo. We'll waste time. We will play for set pieces. And we'll just generally slow it down. They're a direct team, so I don't want to necessarily compact the lines up because that's just going to suit them anyway, if they're going to be direct. What I want to do is I want to put some pressure on them. Don't let them just pick their passes. All right, come on. 4-3. It's been an absolutely stunning game, hasn't it? Rashid did so well here. Look at this. Just went past his man like he wasn't there. And look at this finish. It wasn't the best ball, but it's a stunning finish. I mean, it's a good ball, but it was an awkward height, I should say. It's a stunning finish from Rodrigo. And can we now see this out? We do have one more sub we can make if we need to. Let's go defensive now. Let's try and see this out. It's not quite stoppage time. Messi's picked that up. Messi picks out Rodrigo. Can Rodrigo return the favour to Rashid now? He's laid a great ball back for Barley and he's missed it. Oh, a really good chance for our young midfielder there to pick up his second goal of the game. Let's see if we can make a time-wasting sub. Let's bring Lee Hendry on for Alpha Silla, who hasn't had his best game, to be honest. He's missed a couple of... With that first chance, it was a bit of a bad miss, wasn't it? There's still time. This is a highlight. We're at we are currently at the right end of the field, but I get the feeling that's not going to last for long here. Come on, boys. I wonder if we should be a little bit more narrow defensively now. Just try and stop them going through the middle. Oh, Nepo's read that like a book. Excellent stuff. All right, Barley, let's just get rid. There he goes. He finds Messi with a nice pass. Messi goes for Rodrigo in behind. This is a good ball forward. Can he pick up? We've got men queuing up in the middle. Oh, it just didn't find anybody. Tonelli's there. Tonelli! Oh, Sandro Tonelli! He doesn't get many. It's his first of the year. And that's an absolute stunner. 5-3. This is more like it. This is Aston Villa, isn't it? This is the team we had last year. It was just absolutely ruthless on their day. And we're back. We are definitely... Look at that from Tonelli. That's absolutely stunning, mate. Absolutely stunning. And that is the game now. We'll give them some praise. They deserve some praise for that. We look much better with Bree off the field, don't we? I do think... we have Bree because he's English. We need an upgrade as our second choice right back, don't we? He's just not good enough. Dare we dream of 6? No, we don't. But there it is. That's an absolutely stunning performance. Much better. Hopefully now I'm forgiven for that debacle against Arsenal. Against Arsenal, because that was just horrid, wasn't it? But that is much more like it. There we go. Aston Villa beat Manchester City in a thrilling encounter. It was a really good game, to be fair, wasn't it? I really enjoyed that, especially, of course, we won. That's why I enjoyed it, wasn't it? Just a quick knock there for Marin, so that's good. He'll even be back from Monaco if we need him. Rodrigo, I tell you what, dropping him and bringing him off the bench may be the best thing we've done, because he was much, much better, wasn't he, that game than he has been. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We have a Champions League campaign to get underway next against Monaco. Okay, welcome back. Are you ready for some Champions League football? I am definitely ready for it after that City game. You can see here we're not the favourites for this game, which surprises me perhaps just a little bit. Now, if we look at the scouting and analyst reports, you'll see that we have absolutely nothing. I don't know why this is. Oh, Veretout, former Villa legend, of course. Can't really see too much of him at this point, can we? Yeah, so I think the reason behind this, and it's really annoying, is because I don't have the French league loaded up, because this was just, always just going to be just an Aston Villa save. I think that's why there's no data for him, because I haven't played a game yet this season. But this is the team we're sending out. Now, you'll notice that Forster and Grealish they just have bruises, so they should be fine. But it's Mosley in goal. It's Dali, Rodrigo, Forster, and Bree. Kostic, bringing him off the bench, he's still match fatigued. And he's just come back from the broken leg, I think, broken ankle, wasn't it? So I don't want to push him at risk another injury. We do have Chelsea coming up on the weekend. This is a Tuesday, so on the weekend we're playing Chelsea. Thick and fast, these fixtures, honestly. Like, we've played the entire top of the table at this point. So we'll try and keep Kostic fresh for that. We'll go with Bree in this one. Leroy and Grealish go in midfield. Nick Roberts comes in, along with Almeida, and Rodrigo continues down the left. Marin just wasn't quite fit enough really to play this one, so we'll keep him fresh again for Chelsea. And then the Labadovic, he goes up top. Hopefully he's still got some goals in him after last season, where he was, of course, absolutely magnificent for us, wasn't he, at the end of last season. So they're going a 4-4-2. That's not necessarily how we expected them to play. Now, Pellegrini up top is an absolute monster. I'm hoping we'll be able to handle him at the back. Go out there and enjoy yourselves. Go out there and impress me. Just impress me again, please, boys. That's all I ask. Just be impressive. It's not that much to ask for, really, is it? And for the first time this year, we hear the UEFA Champions League anthem. Very unrealistic crowd at Monaco, isn't there? We're a big attraction, so all the rich and famous will obviously want to come out and see us. But yeah. Anyway, let's concentrate on the game here. This is a really good team still. I mean, it is not even still. It is a good team. We know here's a chance for the Lab. Can he play in? Somebody goes himself. Oh, the Lab. He is still on fire this year. If that's what we have to look forward to, what a season it's going to be. Labadovic with a stunning strike in the 6th minute to open the scoring for us. More of that, please, boys. That's like that goal that City scored against, isn't it? Where we nicked it off the throw-in. Labadovic just worked himself some space, and the keeper just waved it past, really, didn't he? It was a stunning strike. Assist for Leroy as well, which is good to see. And now we have to concentrate from the set piece. It's headed away by Rodrigo. Unlike him to do defensive work. Still there for us, though. Dali's done okay there. Can't quite get it clear, though. And there's the equalising goal. Oh, we are not... We're going to have to just start yelling concentrate at them, I think, aren't we? Every time we score, we seem to be conceding almost instantaneously, and I don't know why that is. We did it twice against City, and now we've done it once against Monaco. That's not a good habit to be in, guys. 1-1. All right, we go again. Get creative. Oh, just as the highlight starts. Oh, Gaz. We're 2-1 down. It was a decent header from Pellegrini, wasn't it? But you do wonder... We're going to have to obviously work on defending set pieces. Maybe a little bit unlucky from Gaz there. We're going to obviously have to work on defending set pieces, aren't we? Because that's not been good enough. All right, come on, boys. Let's come back at them here. Here goes Almeida for Rodrigo. In for Dali. For Leroy. We have someone in here, maybe? Almeida. There's Grealish pulling into the space. Grealish! Oh, that's a stunning effort from Jack Grealish. That is a little bit unlucky. Leroy picks it up. Is the highlight going to continue? It looks like it might be. Here goes Dali. Cross comes in. It's there. Back post. There. We've equalised again. Or not again. We've equalised with Nick Roberts. His first goal of the year. And that is much, much more like it. Now, boys, concentrate. Let's not go and concede. Just because we scored doesn't mean you have to go let them score. Absolute goal fest. 21 minutes in and it's 2-2. Nick Roberts could hardly miss, could he? Really good finish from him. Good ball in from Dali, and we've come straight back. I can see myself losing my temper if this goes in, because this is just not good enough. Bree's actually done quite well there for him, winning a defensive header. Ball still with Monaco. That's too much space. We've done well to block that. All right, can we go the other end now? Grealish finds Nick Roberts. He does well. Slows it down for Almeida. Almeida, can he find a pass? Dali's forward as well. Dali dinks one in. Nick Roberts is there. It's Bree. It's for Grealish. Go for Dali again perhaps here. No, we've gone back to Grealish. This is good pressure. We've got men out. Look at the width. Look at the width. We're doing okay through the middle. Here goes Rodrigo. Here goes Rodrigo! The form he's in after last game, you kind of expected that in the back of the net. I know you're overwhelmed by concentration, guys, but you've got to do it because you just can't be trusted. All right, let's give it a get creative here if we can. It's been a relatively even game. They've had more shots on goal, but we've had more possession. On shots on target is even. As I said, this is, I think, our toughest game of the group, away to Monaco. They were the second seeds. So, you know, if we do come away with this with a draw, I don't think that's the worst thing that could happen to us. Centre-backs just playing between themselves right now. Go on, Gaz. Sensible, please, mate. Sensible. Yeah, I'm not... Yeah, there we go. It's a bit more like it. That's a good pass, actually, in for Almeida. Credit to Gaz there. Leroy for Grealish. You can see they're kind of... They are playing wide, aren't they? So there's room through the middle for us, but then we can draw... I mean, look at that. That's really, really good run from Bree to Adobe. Second time of asking. The Lab gets the job done. We're back in front. It's just before half-time as well. Second goal of the game. Second goal of the season for the Lab. And that is much, much better, boys. Now, again, concentrate, please. Concentrate. It's a really good run from Bree, wasn't it? This is what he can do. He's horrible defensively. He can get forward, though. And as I say, Grealish picked him out beautifully. Cracking ball in for the Lab. And he, second time of asking, gets that in the back of the net. Angus Gunn playing for Monaco. He's sort of the third. Him and Gaz are sort of the number 2 and 3 in the England squad. So, yeah, I mean, not the best game, bit of a goal fest for the England goalkeepers there, but the important thing is that Gaz has let in less than Angus Gunn. What do we say to this? Appreciate their efforts. Things are going well. You're capable of better. I think I like that. Let's go with that. We'll just tell Nick Roberts just to watch his step here. We don't need him getting himself sent off. We'll tell the Lab that he is a god amongst men. And everybody else here, I think we might just say... you know, we've got faith in it. There's more to come. There's more to come. We'll get back out there. I am tempted to put a DM in and take Almeida out. We don't really have a DM, to be honest. It's a bit of an oversight for me, isn't it? Oh, what we do definitely need to work on defending set pieces and corners, don't we? We haven't looked good from those. Let's throw Demand More out there, see if we can get just a little bit more out of them. Another goal, if we can get to 4-2, that would be a really good place to be in, wouldn't it? Can we nick this? Doesn't look like we can. They're coming out from the back, maybe a little bit further than I would ideally like. Here's Boschia. Now, he's looked quite good, hasn't he, getting forward? That's ambitious. Is that a Canadian flag? What's a Canadian flag doing in Monaco for a Champions League game? Anyway. What do we say to this? Do we throw... I don't really want to throw out some praise just yet. It's too tight of a game. We're not playing that well. Here's Almeida over a free kick. Knocks it in. Leroy! Oh, it's his second goal for the Villa. And that is a really good header at the near post. He is, let's not forget, quite good in the air for a deep-lying playmaker. I think his jumping reach is 19 or something. His heading was quite good as well. He's a really good all-round midfielder. We'll throw some praise out. Hope that we don't go and concede a goal, because that's apparently what we do now. Not even close to offside. I'll try and remember to show you here in just a second. Where is he? Leroy. Jumping reach of 18, heading of 12. So he's not the worst. As I said, he's a really good all-round player. The Lab's picked up a bit of a knock. I want to keep Messi fresh for Chelsea, so let's bring Andre Green on. We'll put Rodrigo up top. Grealish is looking a little tired as well. I think what we'll do is we'll bring Lee Hendry on for him. We'll try and wind this game down a little bit. We'll make it as 2 separate subs. See what happens from this free kick first of all. Bree stands over it. Knocks it into the back post. It's well claimed by Engesgar. Now, that's surely not the highlight. Come on. Let's keep our heads here, boys. Goal fest. This is going to be a longish episode, so I do apologise for that, guys. But lots and lots of goals. I'm sure there's no complaints on your behalf to see 9 goals from Villa. Not necessarily the 4 with 5 we've conceded. That's not great. But it's an absolute... Oh, here we go again! Here we go again! It's Rodrigo! 3rd goal of the episode. 3rd goal of the season. And I'm going to say it. We're back, boys. We're officially back. Alright, so let's bring on Lee Hendry for Jack Grealish. I don't think we want to do anything else here. We'll leave everybody else alone. Nick Roberts with the assist as well. He's had a good game, hasn't he? Well done to him. He's got to be in the conversation soon for an England call-up as well, actually. That's a stunning ball, actually, from Nick Roberts. I didn't really catch that first time of asking, but that is an absolutely stunning through ball. We don't need to see it again. We know it's not offside. 10 goals this episode, guys. We are officially back. Let me know what you think in the comments. Obviously, I mean, wingers just works better, doesn't it, than the inside forwards were. It was always going to take a little bit of time with the new signings to settle in. But you've seen now, whether we play with a number 10 with Almeida or whether we play with a DM with Messi, it just works, doesn't it? It just seems to be working right now. With our 2 Argentines, Messi and Messi Jr. almost, you could call them, couldn't you? There's still a little bit of time to go here. That's a good claim, actually, from Gaz there. That was moving. It had a little bit of bend on it as well. Like I say, what we'll do... Oh, that's a good ball. Can we get a Gaz Mosley assist? Oh, Rodrigo's cost you an assist, mate. We will definitely be working on defending set pieces for the next game because we've looked quite poor, haven't we? There's a ball in. Is that a penalty? Is that a penalty? No, it doesn't look like it is. Pellegri's trying to run the length of the field here. Forster's going with him. Decided he should just retreat back. We're in a little bit of trouble here. And that is 5-3. Are we going to have 2 5-3 games? Let's just throw out a demand more, perhaps. God bless him, running back to the centre circle. You're not scoring 2 goals. You better not score 2 goals in 2 minutes. I will be extremely annoyed otherwise. We just got caught out, didn't we? Getting maybe a little bit excited, getting forward. But that's all right. That's all right. We'll forgive him that one. This should be it. And that is a stunning way to start a Champions League campaign. As I said, we haven't defended too well this episode. I think maybe the difference between last episode and this episode is just that we seem to have cracked something going forward. Defensively, there's still some work to do. So there we go. We beat Monaco in another thrilling encounter. The Labs injury is not too bad, so that's good. A little bit of money in the bank. Let's have a quick look at the league tables. Now, let me know what you think. You've seen the group. You've seen the opening group stage game now. We should get out of this group, I think. First knockout round's the target, and I think we should be able... You know, that should be on paper our toughest game. Going to Schalke will be tough as well. And obviously we've still got to play them at home. But I think that should be okay. And the league table, we play Chelsea next. And then we've pretty much played, you know, all the big hitters. And we should be able to look then to really... We're only 5 points off. And to be honest, the start that we've had, that's not too bad. But that is it for today, though, guys. If you have enjoyed that, and we've scored... Look at that, 2 5-3 games. If we've scored 10 goals. If you haven't enjoyed that, guys, then... That's pretty much as good as it's going to get. So please do hit thumbs up. It lets me know people are watching and enjoying, which is great and helps people find the channel as well. And if you are new to the channel, just discovering it, thank you so much for watching the videos. Please do subscribe and ring the bell to know when I upload new videos. And we'll be back next time. We'll come straight back because we have Chelsea away. And then it's the big one. We did get Lincoln City in the Carabao Cup 3rd round. They're a championship club, so it's tougher than you perhaps think when you see Lincoln City. But as ever this year, we go with the regens named after you in this one. And we have international call-ups in this team now. So hopefully we won't just win this one. We'll go a little bit deeper. But that's all for tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but next time, guys. Until then, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.